Hi, welcome to the bathtub, where when you hear this Christmas sweater, and then we try to get away from it because it'll drive you crazy if you hear it too much. And then we see Dodo trying to sing, because whenever she hears this stupid song, she gets up there and starts singing. Then you know, and you see the Christmas sweater, and you see the really hot Santa hat with the guy's face flushing. You know it's time for the all holiday edition of the bathtub. We're proud to say this is our 77th consecutive year doing the bathtub Christmas special. Call Grandma, get the kids, get everybody in. Everybody should come in here because this is an all family, it's an all denominations. We respect all denominations of holiday cheer. Anything you want to do at Christmas, you can set fire to the Fox Christmas tree. We don't care what you do as long as you have a good Christmas and you have a nice time. And you spend a lot of time in the bathtub because it's the best time to be in the bathtub with a good book is when it's cold outside. Baby, when it's cold outside. I'm going to take the super hot hat off. I may put it on Dodo if she hasn't shut up pretty soon. And say a few things. Just say happy holidays to everybody. She's confused because I moved the whiteboard in here. Say the Pismo Beach Prop Department outdid themselves this year. Can you see everything? Look at this. They came up from Pismo Beach. It took them 8 hours on public transport. 8 hours to come up here on public transport with this whiteboard. They did all the decorations. They brought Reginald, the ugly elf. He's the world's ugliest elf, and they did all of this. So Merry whatever to all of you. And there's a Christmas tree, and there's a menorah, and there's a dragon. I mean, they're every year the Pismo Beach Prop Department just outdoes themselves. I'm actually going to take this off too because I'm going to do a few of these because it's Christmas, so we always do a few of these episodes. And I can't wear this too long because I start to sweat. The plan here for our special Christmas, we try to do something different every year. Just to go back, many of you have heard this story dozens and dozens of times over the years. We started the Christmas special as a result of a bet between Jack Benny, Fred Allen, Arthur Godfrey, and me. Rosemary Clooney was there. It was a USO show. I don't remember what war it was, but we were on a USO show, and we were entertaining the troops. The Andrews sisters were there. And I lost the bet, so I promised that I would do an annual Christmas show. But I didn't promise I'd do the bird. So that's we'll see how much longer that lasts. We have our holiday cheer here. Holiday cheer. It's bourbon, hot chocolate, cocoa, more bourbon, rum. What else? We've got Bailey's. A couple of sprinkles of Acapulco Gold, and a couple Quaaludes, and we call this the ugly elf. No, the Wicked Elf. It's called the Wicked Elf. It's one of our favorite cocktails at Christmas here at the bathtub, and that'll be lasting through most of these episodes because I'm going to do most of them today and maybe tomorrow. What I wanted to do is we're sort of experimenting with a few things here. I write Christmas stories for nobody's pleasure but my own because nobody reads them but me. But I write Christmas stories every year or two. I've been writing them for years. And this one, I was going to read a Christmas story. I'm going to do it like a serial, the same way I did in the Fred Allen show, where I would come in every night and do a different chapter from the Christmas serial. But this time I'm going to do 2 episodes. I'm going to do like 2 10-minute sections of this story, which I hope you'll like. It's published in the latest episode of Penumbra 2. It's edited by the estimable St. Joshi. I have spent the entire year of 2021 reminding myself how to pronounce his name, and Nabokov. I remember one and I forget the other one. Anyway, it appeared in Penumbra, but at the same time, the story itself, I first started writing this Christmas story. You okay up there, Dodo? This is Dodo. She's really upset because this thing is in her way. I originally came up with this idea for this story 30 years ago. When I was living in London, I was living in a squat, and I was going home, heading back to California for Christmas, and I had this idea for a Christmas story called The Holiday Transmission. And we're going to try to stop this. And I wrote it. I wrote like 6 or 8 pages of it, and then I lost it. And I spent 30 years looking for those pages. Meanwhile, I forgot the entire thing I'd written. Dodo, you're going to have to go back in the cage or shut up. Okay, come on. Get on the table. So then, when I moved to San Luis Obispo a few years ago, I decided I'm never going to find those pieces again. And this isn't, I don't know if this, I may have to put her away. And I started writing this story. I wrote it about 4 or 5 years ago. And Dodo, one of the reasons I wear the hat is Dodo doesn't like to get on my head if I wear the hat. Come here, come on. She might run away. Come on. I get no respect in this house, especially at Christmas. Nobody respects me. Dodo, off my head, please. Okay, now get down here. Now, if I put this on, she'll be afraid to jump on my head. See, I got to do everything just to protect myself in this house. So anyway, that's a long way of telling about the story. Now I'm going to read the first few pages of this story. And it's a Christmas ghost story. Okay, it's called The Holiday Transmission. And I'm really proud of that it was published in this Penumbra, which is such a lovely book by the good people at Hippocampus and S.T. Joshi. The first time Arnold Simonson heard from his dead father, he was sitting in his poorly furnished, one-bedroom apartment, holding a mug of instant hot chocolate in his lap and watching a random classic Christmas movie on his first-generation Kindle, which kept freezing every 20 seconds or so on account of the landlord's crummy broadband. Then, just as it hit Arnold's favorite scene, "We're your worst nightmare, elves with attitude," the small smudged screen went black, flashed bleakly several times, and Arnold found himself staring into the wild-eyed face of his extremely dead father, Arnold Simonson Sr., former CEO and controlling stockholder of Mega Security Corp., Prisons R Us, Big Pharmacon, and its overarching media conglomerate, Dark Info, Fuck You Com, Inc., which boasted more than a dozen undisclosed corporate offices worldwide, so that has not worked. He's been dead for 6 months, Arnold thought, and wouldn't you know it, he looks better than ever. "Hey there, kiddo, you arrogant little do-gooder you. It's me, your horrible daddy, who was apparently so horrible that you never called or wrote when I was alive and couldn't even say anything remotely cordial at my funeral. Well, have I got news for you. As a result of my well-earned riches, I bought my way into Grand Imperial Estates, where wealthy souls enjoy eternity while the rest of you losers shovel shit in the holy basement. And get this, every day's a party in Grand Imperial Estates, where they serve icy buckets of pink champagne, gleaming silver platters loaded with fresh shrimp, slabs of filet mignon as big as dinner plates, and vistas of strawberry-covered cheesecake. We got beautiful young girls dancing on tabletops up here, kid, and full symphony orchestras playing celestial music from the likes of Enya, Yanni, George Benson, and did I mention the beautiful girls? These chicks will do anything we ask, and believe me, I do a lot of asking. Which reminds me, I've got a bridge tournament in 15 minutes, and most of the angelic choir haven't given me my afternoon blowjob yet. So take care, kiddo, and keep doing all those do-gooder things you do down there at Tree Huggers Anonymous or Save the Children from Evil, or whatever the hell it is that you do-gooders do, because I gotta fly. And I mean that, of course, both literally and metaphorically. Then, like a ghost who had found itself crashing the wrong visitation, Arnold's father devolved into a froth of staticky bubbles. The rainbow disc re-emerged on the smudgy screen, buffered, and abruptly Tim Allen's florid, fat Santa face returned and said, "So maybe just once around the block?" At which point the Kindle expired in Arnold's hands with a tiny click, and something oily slithered from the audio jack. It smelled like sulfur and roses. Okay, this is the worst produced Christmas show I've ever done. I'm apologizing to everybody, and I'm just going to carry on. Okay. Well, that certainly sounds like your father, his mother told him later. Okay, I'm going to stop. Dodo, you're going in the cage. I'm going to stop, and I'll do the rest of the story in the second episode. I'll do a second episode with Dodo in her cage. Okay, back in a minute.